For this video I'm going to show you how to maintain your pool at the lowest cost possible, including your electricity and your chemical cost. So your standard pool pump will actually raise your electricity bill substantially as you're running it, so you want to run your pool as little as possible. So even in the summer, all you need to do is cycle your water through your pool at least one time per day, which basically means that the pump will be running long enough that all the water in the pool will go through the filter at least once per day. So for this to work effectively, you have to know your pool size. I have a separate video on measuring your pool. I won't go into a lot of detail here, but basically you want to know how many gallons of water are in your pool. Once you know how many gallons are in your pool, you want to take your pump size. This is a 1.5 horsepower pump, and that'll tell you how many gallons per minute it'll pump through your filter when the filter is running at optimal. So you want to make sure your filter is clean and the right size for your pool. This here is a 420 square foot cartridge filter. So I have this pool set to run 5 hours a day in the summertime to get one cycle of water through. So running your pool for the minimum time to get one cycle through will save you a substantial amount of money. So depending on your pump's horsepower and how long you run your pump each day will determine your electricity cost. Average cost anywhere from $40 to sometimes over $100 if you're running your pump too long. So if you cut that back to the minimum one cycle run time, you can save yourself anywhere from $10 to even $40 a month. Significant savings over the course of 1 year. So in the wintertime, if you don't winterize your pool, you can actually lower your pool down to 2 or 3 hours a day. The water temperature is really cold. Chlorine tends to hold better. No one's using the pool, and the bacteria and viruses don't thrive in really cold water. You also want to invest in a good test kit. This is a K2006. You want to be able to test your chemicals to get an accurate reading of your chlorine level, your pH, and your alkalinity, calcium hardness, and conditioner level, without having to go into the pool store every week or two. So testing the water and keeping it balanced, keeping your conditioner level between 30 and 50 parts per million, checking your water and balancing it every week will move you away from the expensive pool shock and the algicides, and your pool will stay sparkling clean and balanced all year round. A great way to save money is to switch over to the BBB method of pool care. It's using Clorox bleach as your sanitizer, using baking soda to raise the alkalinity, and using borax to raise the pH. It's a great way to save money on your chemical costs. So by maintaining your pool with these household products, you'll eliminate the need for expensive shocks and the trichlor tablets. And so by staying out of the pool store, the savings by using the BBB method can be substantial. And you also want to skim your pool every week or more to get the organic debris off the top of the pool and keep the chlorine from being absorbed by the leaves. And included in that is to make sure that your skimmer basket is clean, clear of debris. That way the pump will run more efficiently. So basically you want to keep the pool running at peak efficiency. And you want to keep the pool surface and bottom clean of any organic debris. So I recommend keeping your filter clean, keeping the pump basket clean of debris also. You just want the circulation to be as efficient as possible so that you can run your timer the least amount of time. I also recommend investing in a good automatic pool cleaner. This here is the Polaris 360 non-booster pump version of the Polaris. Having a good automatic cleaner saves you a lot of time in your maintenance and also will keep the organic debris from absorbing a lot of the chlorine. So even though the initial investment for automatic cleaner could be high, the time savings and the cleanliness of your pool week in and week out make getting an automatic cleaner a definite must. If your existing pump and motor needs to be replaced, I would definitely go with a variable speed pump. You can save a lot of money on electricity here by using one of these. And here's the pump running at low speed, 1500 RPMs. You can see the wattage is 230 watts. So it's like having 2 light bulbs on in your house. At this speed it would take maybe about 8 hours to cycle the water through an average sized pool. And here it is running at higher speed, 3000 RPM. You can see that the wattage is 1700. This is what the speed of your normal pump would run at. That would be the speed of your normal pump. You can see how much wattage you're using when you're running your normal pool pump versus the variable speed pump. Also the variable speed pump, you don't have to run it nearly as high all the time. So you can actually lower the RPMs down and save electricity that way also. So if you run it at a lower speed than that, say 2350, you're using 886 watts. And that's actually a pretty good speed to circulate the water in your pool. But there are definite benefits of a variable speed pump. Running it on a semi-high speed will circulate the water and save you a lot of electricity, about half the cost of running it standard pump. And a side benefit of the variable speed pump is that the motor itself will last a very long time. I have several first generation variable speed pumps that are about 8 years old. It seems that while it's running on low speed, the bearings last a long time in them. So I have not yet to replace one of the variable speed pump motors. If you have a natural gas heater, I would suggest using it sparingly. When I heat my pool in the summertime, my gas bill goes from about $40 to about $160. So it significantly raises your gas bill. My bill quadruples when I use my heater. And generally speaking, if you were to heat your pool every day in the summer to 82 degrees, if you had an average size pool, your gas bill would be anywhere from $600 to $800 or sometimes even more. So using your heater significantly raises the expense of running your pool. And if you're on a tight budget, definitely having a pool service is a luxury and not a necessity. Like the gardener and the housekeeper, pool service is something that you have when you can afford the service itself. So having your pool serviced every week by a pool professional is convenient. It's actually very nice, but again, it's an expensive item in your budget. So if you follow the tips that I outlined in this video here, you can save a lot of money on your pool maintenance and pool care every month.